Good day, folks. Since my trip into Gsm Brook there a couple weekends ago, I've had a lot of people asking me what kind of gear I use, what I take with me when I go in the woods. And it seems like every time I answer that question, I'm saying, oh, this came from Amazon, this came from Amazon, this came from Amazon. So today I just want to go through a bit of my gear here and tell you what my favorite items that I've picked up on Amazon in the last year are. Alright, so as you can see here, I got the soft topper taken off the truck now for the winter. I figured I'd take that one off just to try and protect it from having the heavy snow packed down on it over the winter. So I got that one taken off, and I have all my gear packed into this little 3-drawer setup, and I just have that sitting in the back seat. And everything that I need to take just for a trip in the woods, a day in the woods, fits in that little container, so it tidied everything up pretty good for me. But yeah, I'm going to have a quick rundown now of what's in it. A little bit of rain coming down today, so I'll try and keep this pretty quick. But in the top drawer of my little bin here, I have my Honeywell space heater that I picked up on Amazon to plug into my Jackery if I am spending a night somewhere. So I have that one in there. This here is a little sleeping pad that I picked up. It's the 𝐀𝐦𝐚𝐳𝐨 high berm insulated. It's rated for R3.5, so it is a decent little sleeping pad. I haven't had any complaints about it so far, and it was relatively cheap, under 50 bucks. This is one of my favorite Amazon finds for the year. It's a string of reusable LED lights. I'm not sure if that's showing up well on the camera or not, but I've used these multiple trips, and just gives you that nice little touch on the campsite. I'll put that away after. This Fiskars axe. That one came from Canadian Tire, but no trouble to find them on Amazon, that's for sure. And this here is one of my favorite kits that came from the online shopping world. It's the GSI Camp Cook set. So it has everything that I'd need out on the trail. You got enough forks, knives, and spoons for 4 people. A couple sharp knives, cheese grater, spoon, tongs, you got it all. That kit goes with me everywhere, and haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. And the last thing for this drawer that I picked up from Amazon is this little tripod light. There are some bigger brands out there that make this product or a similar product, but of course I'm looking for the budget model. So this is the tripod light. Comes out like this, and it goes up to 6 feet high. So that little light, if you're out overnight somewhere, you can prop that one up, and it almost gives you like a street light effect. Lights up the full campsite. So this is probably one of my newest Amazon items. Picked this one up for roughly $90 a couple weeks ago. And of course, I'll put a link to all these items in the description of the video there for you if there's anything that you want to check out. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the top drawer here. Then we'll get into the next one. Down in this drawer, I have more so some items if I plan on spending a night, or if I'm going to be camping out for a little while and it's going to be a bit cold. This one here is one of those portable chairs. It's like a 𝗙𝘃ology style one, but the reason I went with this one as opposed to the 𝗙𝘃ology one, it has a higher back. You're not sat quite as low either, so that was the selling feature on that one for me. That's a King Camp quilt, synthetic material. Amazing quilt. You wrap up in this one, and it insulates the heat very well. When we go out, Love loves to loves, but she loves to wrap up in it, and keeps her nice and warm whenever we're out. A little bit of food for the dog. And this one here is something new that I've picked up. I usually take a full-size pillow with me if I'm going overnight somewhere, but I just haven't had good success with these little inflatable ones. I don't find them overly comfortable, but I saw this one on there the other day for relatively cheap, and seems like a good material so far. Seems nice and durable. Just blow it up from here, and yeah, it's not too hard or anything like that. So pretty pleased with it so far. I'd like to use it a few more trips before I give it a final review. But haven't had any issues with it so far. I'm enjoying it. And yeah, the second drawer is more so, like I said, just overnight stuff, stuff that I'd use if I'm staying somewhere a little bit longer. But get into the third drawer now, and that's where my favorite goodies are to. All right, so this bottom drawer that I have set up for myself is my cooking setup, essentially. So it's everything that I'm going to need to have a little meal in the woods. This here came from Amazon, of course. I believe the brand of it is Odoland, but it's a little mess kit for 2 people. Stainless steel, of course. So one thing that I do like about the stainless steel, as opposed to plastic dishes when you're camping, if something gets a little bit cold on you or whatnot, you can take that and put it right over the fire or back on the stove and warm up your meal again. So that was the selling point on the stainless steel for me. This right here is my little pots and pans set. That's an Odoland brand one. Comes with a pan, 2 pots, 2 mugs. Pretty good setup overall. Enough for what I need. This here is my favorite piece of kit that you've seen in many of my videos. It's my little foldable fire pit. Try and get it out here. So it comes in a few different comes in a few different pieces, right? Super easy to put together. That's the base, and this is the grill for the inside. This here is the surround of the fire pit. So that's your bottom piece that goes in the bottom, and that's the grill that your wood and flammable material sits on. Then you have that little grate to go over top. But this is what you're left with. Little foldable fire pit. It's just nice, that little bit of extra security when you're out in the woods, especially with the dry weather we've had over the last few months, and that is nice to have something to keep your fire a little more contained. But I've been using this now for 2 years. I do have a smaller one that I take on skidoo and whatnot with me. But definitely my favorite piece of gear. I get great use out of it, and it's holding up well. Priced very affordably. I think I paid $55 or something for it. And then lastly, I have this little GSI camp stove. I'm sure you've all seen these before. I love this one for, say, if I'm by myself and I want to boil the kettle to make a quick coffee. That little stove screws onto this canister and light it up and way to go. But it's just super easy, super convenient. It's not quite enough when you're with a group or anything, but when you're by yourself, it's a super quick way to, like I said, get a coffee or warm up a quick meal. I'll leave the link to all these items in the description, and if you have any questions about it, or you'd like a more in-depth review on something, feel free to message me or drop a comment in the comment section. And like I said, I'll gladly help anyone get outfitted for camping. Like I said, I try not to spend a whole lot of money on this stuff because I'm pretty rough and tumble. Looking out the stuff is not really my strong suit. But like I said, if there's anything I can help you with based on what I have here, if you're looking to get some new gear, shoot me a message, drop me a comment, and I'll gladly help you out in any way I can. Take care, guys. Enjoy your weekend, and hopefully I'll get out for a little run in the woods somewhere tomorrow. Cheers.